Watch and listen to this.
Thought I would clear you. Gragson, you bored the out of this, man. That's down and stop it. What the is your problem? Hey, we got this one right here. Let's go. We got this one. All right, come on, guys. Chill out.
Gragson comes over and grabs him, and you heard it there. Chastain says, stop, stop. Gave him a couple of warnings, and when he didn't, the punch is thrown. NASCAR security comes in, breaks it up. Here's what the duo said once they were separated.
I got tied off of 4 for sure, and Noah and I have a very similar attitude on the racetrack, and we train together, we prepare together. Yeah, I definitely crowded him up off of 4, and he took a swipe at us in 3, and then came down, grabbed a hold of me, and a very big man once told me we have a no-push policy here at Trackhouse. So there was times in the race where we did not have the grip and the balance in the car to do that. A couple good restarts at the end. Perfect match set of tires by Phil Surgeon. It's a heck of a fight from this group.
We had an up and down day. We had a really good start of the race and kind of fell back and had a loose wheel issue, and kind of cautions fell our way, and then got back up there and tired of getting used up. It definitely makes it a lot worse because we've flat out sucked this year, and you have somewhat of a decent run going and get used up for, I mean, everybody else races super hard but super respectful. You got one in the field that doesn't. There's no talking to the guy. Sucks that they all get involved. Just let us two work it out and finish it off. But there's no talking to the guy.
When Noah is involved, you kind of believe anything. So I wouldn't say this was shocking post-race. What was your reaction to the fight, David?
Well, I was first excited that Noah was brave enough and sure of himself enough to go and confront Ross Chastain. You know, he's a rookie, and it can be a little intimidating walking to a guy who's been in the sport for a few years to voice your displeasure at how he raced you. But breaking down the incident on the racetrack, I didn't really see much that Ross did wrong. Coming out of turn 4, it is really tight anyway. They're running right 3 wide, right in the middle of turns 3 and 4, and that wall does jut inside a little bit, but Noah's got to know where he's putting his race car and what he's getting ready to encounter, and I didn't see Ross do anything egregious there that was out of line. Now, he has done some of that has warranted some fists be thrown and some heated discussions, but I didn't think that particular instance was that big of a deal.
Noah comes over and grabs him, and he's pretty aggressive, right? And then Chastain throws the punch, and then they come in and they break it up. And Noah said they should have let us fight this out. Did NASCAR and the security group do the right thing by stepping in here?
Absolutely, absolutely. Again, Ross gave Noah an opportunity to stand down. He said, back off, let go, and Ross said, okay, you're not, I'm going to throw a punch. This is not hockey, and I'm not saying what hockey does is wrong, but any other stick and ball sports, whether it's NFL, NBA, a Major League Baseball game, the minute someone shoves somebody, the referees or the umpires are going to step in. You know what? That's exactly what they should do. The thing I'm proud, no crew members there. It was Noah and Ross, and then the NASCAR steps in and they break it up after that first punch is thrown.
Will there be any penalties after all this?
I hope not.
I hope not. I think this is under the line, Adam, where any penalties would be warranted. I don't think so.
We don't need to do that.
I love what you said, though. No crew members get involved. No race cars are wrecked over this. No innocent bystanders on the track with a wrecked race car. Much more on this to come. In fact, we continue the conversation right now because Ross has the situation with Noah Gragson. He also had Kyle Busch upset during the race. Listen to 8-Team Radio.
He wrecks everybody every week. Because I'm it's because your race is asshole, and so I doored him twice down the backstretch like this is morning, boy. Love it.
The list is getting longer and longer of those that are on the opposite side of Ross Chastain. This was discussed on race day yesterday, and Kurt Busch, a NASCAR champion who's had a few run-ins in his career, said all of this is getting in the way of Ross having an opportunity to reach the ultimate goal and win a championship. Can he reach the NASCAR promised land if he continues to have moments like this, David?
Well, that's a very fine line and a little bit of a slippery slope. I think right now he certainly can. I think he does have some enemies on the racetrack, but he doesn't have so many that they're going to be out to get him each and every week. But it is a distraction. You know, he's going to be talking about this when he walks into the shop, when they have their competition meeting on a Monday or Tuesday, when he's sitting at the dinner table, you know, thinking about other things. Maybe he should be thinking about his race car competition, you know, the situation that he's in. So absolutely, it's going to be a little bit of a team distraction. But I still think that fast race cars and a supportive group means a lot. And he's got a supportive team owner, his crew chief, his team all stand behind him. And guess what? Well, he's an aggressive driver. We've had some other aggressive drivers to be champions and become champions in our sport. So I think Ross can still do it, but you got to stop creating all the enemies at some point.
Yeah, I don't know if you need friends, but you don't want to make enemies, especially when you get towards the playoff. And the thing I was the happiest about yesterday, because this is the bandwagon I've been on for about a week, I didn't hear Ross apologize for nothing. Get off the I'm sorry tour. That's something that had to go away. But I do think there continues to be the piling on of Ross Chastain. Now, I go back to Dover. I totally said that was uncalled for. Lap 80 of a 400-lap race, a car that you would have probably passed in the next 15 or 20 feet, that was totally uncalled for. But then I was disappointed in Noah because he shouldered and took ownership in what happened at Talladega a few weeks ago, but then he went back to that yesterday and started blaming Ross for that again. I just think that Noah was frustrated because he probably had the best run going that he's had all year outside of super speedways.
Let's rewind 15 months. Ross Chastain is a virtual unknown when he starts driving that one car for Trackhouse. Now he's a household name. He's leading the points, and we're talking about him every week. And all of this began last year when he raced up against Denny Hamlin at St.